Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to get Waterspout onto Squirtle. Now, Waterspout is an egg move for Squirtle, so you do have to breed it over to it, and it's a bit more complicated. It's a chain breed, so we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I'm not going to be worrying about IVs today for this video, although sometimes you might want to get some IVs and breed them across during that process. I'm just going to focus on getting the move Waterspout onto Squirtle. Now, the reason you might want Waterspout on Squirtle or Blastoise, obviously, is mostly for gym reruns. You're not really going to be using this in competitive play or anything of the sort. If you're looking for a competitive Blastoise, you're usually looking for a White Herb Shell Smash sort of build with Scald or Surf, or some sort of tanky leftovers build. You're not really going to be running Waterspout in competitive play. This is strictly for, or mostly for, gym reruns. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, there's only really one way that I'm aware of to breed Waterspout onto Squirtle, Blastoise, whatever it may be. I might use them interchangeably. The first thing you're going to need is a male Wailmer slash Wailord. A male Wailord slash Wailmer. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this one for 3K. We're not going to worry about IVs again, so we're going to go ahead and roll with that. We're going to need a male Wailord slash Wailmer, and then a female Octillery slash Remoraid. So we're going to look for that really quick. You need to make sure the breed comes out as a Remoraid slash Octillery so you can actually breed it with the Squirtle, because that's what shares the egg group. Let's check for Octillery to see if it's cheaper. Yes, there's a really cheap Octillery, so we are able to snipe this one for super cheap on the GTL. Now I'm going to go ahead and calculate and tell you guys how much this is going to cost me on my calculator down in the bottom left. So we spent 3K on the Wailord plus around 4K for the Octillery. I did get it for a steal, so we're at 7K currently. This might have costed you guys a little more by this time, but you can obviously go ahead and go catch your own Pokemon as well. That's obviously totally a fair option. Alright, but now that we have our Wailord and our Octillery, we're actually not quite done. We need our Wailord to know Waterspout, which obviously it doesn't. We have two options. We could either go level it up to level 54, which would take quite a while, or use mushrooms or heart scales to relearn the move onto it. Even though it hasn't learned it yet, you can always relearn moves that it will learn in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and head over to Island 2 in Kanto and relearn the move with mushrooms. If you have access to Island 2 with Kanto, it's always better to do that, because relearning moves with mushrooms is almost always going to be cheaper than using heart scales. Alright, here we are in Island 2. We're going to go ahead in this house right here and check how many mushrooms it's going to cost to teach Waterspout onto our Wailord. This is the Move Maniac. He's going to tell you that. He's going to say sniff sniff. He's obsessed with mushrooms. I'm going to click the wrong Pokemon, head back out, do it again. Make sure not to skip through the dialogue too quickly. Teach a Pokemon, Wailord, look for Waterspout. It's going to cost us 3 big mushrooms. Now, big mushrooms are generally going to cost you around 3K each, so it's going to add 9K to our total price check. But now we can go to our Wailord and look, it has Waterspout. Awesome, beautiful, perfect. Now we can just go breed these two things, and we want to make sure we breed them as a specific gender. We really want the Remoraid to come out male, so we are going to pay the extra Pokeyen to make sure it comes out male. If you don't let it come out male, you're going to have to rebreed it, so make sure you do this part. Make sure you pay. Here, I'll show you guys. Make sure you pay for this to come out male. Remoraid, Waterspout, there we go. So now we're putting Waterspout onto the Remoraid. That's the first step, and now we are going to choose male. Now, my gender, my breeding process, my text may look a little bit different than your guys's due to custom strings, but don't worry about that. It should be the same process. There we go. So this will for sure come out male. We do add the 5K for the breeding cost, but it's really, really important because we have to breed it with a female Squirtle for the baby to come out Squirtle. If you were to get a female Remoraid and then breed it with a male Squirtle, you would just have another baby Remoraid, because the female of the breed decides the species of the egg. Alright, now prepping for the next breed, while that egg is hatching, we're going to go ahead and pick up a female Squirtle. Now, the cheapest female Squirtle on the GTL right now is around 18K, which actually is pretty expensive, but at the same time, it's modest, which means we're going to be able to Everstone over that nature, which will help us out in the long run in that process. If you're breeding for a Blastoise for gym reruns with Waterspout, you traditionally want 31 special attack, 31 speed, and then a plus special attack nature. So getting that modest nature could really, really help us. Even though we might add those IVs on later on, I'm not quite sure how we'll finish this breed. You guys might want to do that, but it kind of depends on what your goal is and what you're aiming for, of course. Alright, now our Remoraid did hatch, but first things first, I do want to add the 18K. That was the cost of the Squirtle to our total price check in the bottom left, because I almost forgot to do that. So, now we have our Squirtle, our female Squirtle with Modest Nature, with our Remoraid, with Waterspout. So now we're going to go ahead, and we are going to Everstone the Squirtle. Obviously, you guys don't have to do this part. This is going to be my own price check, but it's about 5K for an Everstone. Going to go ahead and add that price check, and then we're going to go ahead and pop these two in the daycare or in the breeding center. So it's going to come out as not the best IV'd Squirtle. You know, we're not really aiming for IVs here, but it's going to come out with Modest Nature, which might be able to get me a good, you know, fetch a good sale price selling it with Waterspout. We do probably want to pay for this thing to come out female. Actually, since it has no, we can come out male. We can definitely breed it with Dittos. That's definitely okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and not pay for the extra gender, but there we go. This Squirtle should come out with Waterspout and Modest Nature, of course, but the main thing about this video was Waterspout. So that's how you do it. You need a Wailmer, an Artillery / Remoraid. Make sure that Remoraid comes out male, and then breed that with a female Squirtle. That should be everything for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure to like the video if it was helpful to you. Subscribe for future Pokemon and PokeMMO content. Check out all the playlist links down below if you want more content. Consider joining my Discord if you have any questions to ask me or just want to really join a really cool community. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond to give back to me, becoming a YouTube member to me or dropping a super chat or giving back to me financially in some way, or there's tons of ways in the description. I don't want to give you guys the whole spiel. I appreciate it, you know. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, and if anyone needed the closure really quick of actually seeing the Squirtle at the end of the video, here you go. Here it is. Here's the IVs. Here's Waterspout. Thank you so much for watching.